Okay, hello and welcome to my podcast. This is going to be my first podcast, probably, so I am going to introduce myself a little bit first, and my wing and friend sitting next to me, Mr. F, will also introduce himself a little bit. The topic for the rest of the podcast is going to be about solo vs wing day game. I will call myself Mr. L. I am a day gamer from Belgium, but I will not give away too much information about myself. I can tell you that I am a teacher. I am a lot into sports. I love traveling, obviously, and since half a year or something, I am into day game. What else can I tell about me? Well, I am a big fan of rock music, and I think that's about it in terms of information that you should know. I think maybe you can introduce yourself now.
Right. Well, hi guys, it's me, Mr. F. Al and I booked a day game trip to Warsaw together. What about me? I'm in my 20s. I write on DutchOutlaw.wordpress.com. You can follow me there.
I will put also a link in the
Yeah,
description,
sure,
obviously.
sure. I'm really into sports. I like climbing a lot, indoors and outdoors. I like boxing. I like to run. I like to play poker. And since I've known about game for quite some time, but I've only been doing it properly for maybe 3 months now. Like actually going out instead of once in a while. This will be the time that I do it for real. I've been doing it consistently now for 3 months.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously we are here sitting with both of us, which is directly linked to the topic of today, which is solo vs wing day game. And yeah, obviously we are both more or less still beginners.
Yeah.
So we decided to do this trip with the two of us instead of solo. So first thing I would like to talk about, if you do your day game, like what would you say are the benefits of doing solo day game all by yourself?
That there's no chance that your wing will see the pretty girl first.
Yes, of course, we had that problem
So,
a few
quite
times.
some time.
Yeah.
I will turn off my notifications. What else? Yeah. I don't really know. When I'm doing solo, it feels really relaxed, and when you're in the zone of hunting, like you're really on it. But I don't do it that much solo, to be honest.
No.
That's something I still need to work on.
Yeah, I would say like it brings out like my hunter instinct.
Yes.
Right? And obviously I guess it toughens you up.
Yeah, it's quite tough.
Yeah, because there's no one near you to make you smile again,
No.
so to say, if you just had a harsh rejection, or to laugh it away, to brush it off.
Exactly.
But I would say, I'm also really in the zone. I can just focus on everything by myself, not get distracted by anything, and just focus on all the pretty girls I see. And the main reason that I do it is also to toughen myself up, because I think if I don't do it enough, I'm gonna become like a softie.
Yeah.
And only be
Wing dependent.
be wing dependent and reliant on somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that there is something else that's like real benefits? I guess insta dates would be something.
Yeah.
That you.
Yeah. Well, we have the rule of
Yeah.
not going out on an instant date when we're out gaming together. So when you're solo, I guess that's more doable. But that's only beneficial for beginners to go on a lot of instant dates.
Yeah.
So for us, that's still beneficial.
However, I don't really do them actually when I'm solo.
No, me neither. Not that much actually.
Because I am still a beginner, obviously, but I think it's like kind of a waste of time, I guess, if you're out solo.
Sort of, yes.
Because imagine you're doing like a 2-hour session and you do 3 insta dates.
Yeah.
How many approaches can you still do in those 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
So, and maybe it's more there are more chances to fuck it up anyways at the Insta dates. So I like to keep myself mysterious for the first real dates instead of going on all those Insta dates. Yeah, but so we talked about the benefits. So maybe now we can discuss a few disadvantages about solo game. Well, we talked about it. We talked about the fact that your wing could steal your target, but that's also making clear agreements.
Yes.
Like if you see someone, you just say instantly, okay, that one is for me.
Yeah, whoever sees the girls the first.
Yeah.
He has the first right.
Yeah. Or sometimes when you're in a good mood, you can give away the girl to your wing, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't do that, but
you did it a few times, but that's mainly because she wasn't your type.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
she was maybe your type, but not that much.
Yeah.
So you thought, okay, you can have him. It's fine for me.
You can have him.
You can have her. Oh my god, it's morning.
This is
I'm
the
not...
Gay Game channel. Hello guys.
I'm not into gay game, no. Yeah, it's okay, it's not really morning anymore, but I'm still a little bit sleepy. Okay, so I guess we talked about solo Daygame. So what would you say are the main benefits of wing Daygame? We
that
talked
you
about,
have somebody to if it goes wrong, you can just shrug your shoulders and talk together, and you won't get in your head as much. You can laugh it off.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Something I've been thinking about recently was the fact that usually in sets I'm telling the girl like, oh, I was on my way to my friend, or I was waiting to my friend, but blah 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 blah.
Yes.
And if I'm solo and I'm saying that, you know, you're lying, which I don't really mind that much, but if you close a girl and you told her you're meeting your friend and you see her again a few minutes later, it's kind of weird.
That's
because I had that
strange.
a few times, and she's gonna think like, oh, I thought this guy was here with his friends and now he's again by
Talking
himself.
to another girl.
Yeah, maybe talking to another girl. Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the things I've been thinking about recently. But yeah, what else would you say?
As a plus side?
Yeah, plus side.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And
also, we don't do this often, but I guess you can give each other feedback.
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
you can film infields.
Yeah. We haven't been filming a lot of infields, but we're probably gonna do that today.
Yeah.
Right?
Today or tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's one of the big benefits, I think, that you can film each other and then later watch each other. But we have been giving each other a little bit of feedback about body language, I guess.
Yeah.
But because we couldn't really hear ourselves, I mean, we couldn't really hear each other talking. Instead, we haven't been doing that as much. So that's something for today, I guess. And if you are out solo day gaming, how do you keep your vibe up? How do you try to keep your vibe up without crushing down?
By just keeping positive thoughts in my head, like, okay, it's just a blowout, nothing happens, on to the next one. Because if you let those thoughts get into your head, like, oh shit, everybody's watching me, this is so bad, then it will pile up and you will start to feel worse and worse and worse. And I also try to think about my session before I go out. So for example, when I'm going to a bigger city, when I'm in the train on my way there, I like to think, okay, what will I do if I get a rejection? Okay, it's no big deal.
Because even before your session,
Yeah.
the negative thoughts could already start
Yeah.
kicking in, right?
Yeah,
Because
and-
what am I doing? Where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Yes, exactly. And if you start with positive energy, I think that your session is much likely to go better. But of course, you have sometimes day where you're just dragging yourself across the pavement. But you know, sometimes you also don't really want to go to the gym, and you still need to go anyway. So
Yeah, I think a bigger part of the whole vibe protection thing is just to maintain a good lifestyle.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself.
definitely.
Being healthy, having good sleep, taking care of yourself, going to the gym as well.
Nutrition is a big part of your energy.
Yeah, so that when you go to your day game session and you are sitting in a train, you feel really excited.
Yeah.
You feel healthy, and that really helps, I think. But yeah, what I usually do is also I try to use those rejections that I get in solo day game as fuel
Mm-hmm.
to keep going, right? Because in my few first months, the rejections I took it personal,
Mm-hmm.
even though I actually knew no, it's nothing personal. The girl doesn't know me, but somehow I managed to make a switch in my mind, and then I and by now actually right now if I do solo day game, I don't feel those rejections anymore. Like I literally laugh them away.
Yeah.
Like if a
Okay.
girl says
Next.
yeah,
I think there's a post of Paul Janka in his first two chapters that he put him out for free in Getting Laid in NYC, and he's like, my mentality when a girl rejects me is next, just press the button, next one. And yeah, I think that's the way to go for it when you're out picking up girls.
yeah, okay,
Just on to the next one.
yep, okay. So if you are out with a wing, right? Because you have a wing also in Den Haag.
The Hague, yes.
The Hague, yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm talking Dutch right now. But so what would you say makes him a good wing, without naming him, obviously? And what would you say makes him a less better wing?
Well, he's a good wing because he takes it seriously. Like, he goes out properly and he follows a structure and he keeps his stats, and yeah, I like him for that. And he pushes me into sets, but he's a little bit less of a good wing because he really needs to work on his fashion. So when I'm walking next to him, it's like I'm walking with a schoolboy with the backpack
So
just coming from school.
so it's like a DHV.
No, DLV.
DLV.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, for you.
Yeah, for me. And he is making things very overcomplicated and theoretical. Like, she might have flaked because of bloody XYZ. Yeah, I wouldn't think about it that much. And he's a little bit strange. A little bit strange. There's a lot of strange guys in the community actually, but he's not one of those really weirdos. But he's not 100% normal either. So I guess that in a wing you should look for just a normal guy.
Yeah, because that was like my next question. So we talked about this guy specifically, but what in general would you say makes a good wing? Which characteristics, or which type of personality maybe, or
that he's consistent, not just with Daygame but with other things in his life. So you can rely on him. And what makes a good wing? That you can have a laugh with each other.
Yeah.
And that he has more going on in his life than just Daygame.
Yeah, and something I've been thinking about, especially now that we are here, is the fact that your wing is at the same level as yours. Or
Yes.
almost the same level. Maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit less good. But if you are with a wing who is, let's say for example, you yourself are beginner and your wing is advanced, it's totally gonna crush you. You're gonna get so demotivated because your wing is getting all those results. You see him in set, and you might get jealous or you might get angry or something.
But I also think you can learn from that, just to watch him.
Yeah. It depends on him as well. If he is just there to show off how good he is, but that's then another disadvantage, of course, which is that you're not there to help each other, or he isn't there to help you, but he's just there to show off how good he is.
Yeah, no, that's a good point actually, because he's your wingman. So he should either take you under his wing, and or you should take him under your wing. And what I mean by that is that you need to support each other. It's not just that you're day gaming in a duo, you need to help each other
Yeah,
by
exactly.
giving feedback and not making the other guy like feel like shit. Um, and yeah, what you say about the same level, I think that's quite true. But I also think that it can help if
Well,
the other guy-
they always say your wing should be a little bit better than you.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to push yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
I
But-
agree. I agree to some extent.
yeah. Okay.
And you?
Okay. Yeah, obviously, but I haven't had many wings. I'm more like a solo day gamer in general. Obviously, we have been going out together for a couple of months now, even though we didn't do many sessions together. But yeah, I have a new wing now in Belgium. He's kind of a beginner.
Not kind of. I heard him.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna listen to this podcast, I guess. So, but yeah,
Don't
he's
say
a,
the lines anymore.
no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But yeah, I'm trying to help him, obviously. But he's very motivated, so I like that. I don't like it when a wing is also totally reliant on you,
Yeah.
as if you are the better one, right?
And complaining all the time.
Or complaining all the time, or something like that, or he's like, or you literally have to take his hand and then
Yeah.
go
for it.
do that set, go do that set. Eventually, you have to learn it solo as well, so you can better just start having that solo mindset, even if you're with a wing,
Yeah.
to do it all by yourself. Like, because there is this rule in the community, I think we have done it a couple of times, like your wing points out the set for you. Like I say to you, go do that one, or
Yeah, you have to do it.
and then you have to do it. We don't do that because we know that we can approach without hesitation if we see a girl that we like. But yeah, I think I've done that a couple of times with him, like pointing out a girl for him. Because I understand, right? If you're a beginner, and especially if you're with a wing. I remember with my my first ever wing, it wasn't really a wing, it was more like a tryout.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's important too. Like have a couple of tryout sessions
yeah,
before you stick
obviously,
to one
obviously.
guy.
Yeah, definitely. Unless you have no other option at all.
No,
So you have to.
even then, even
Yeah,
then,
even
because there's so many weirdos out. Just try out each other for a couple of sessions.
Yeah.
But you were saying something. Sorry.
Yeah, what was I saying? Wait, but yeah, so anyways, I had this guy that I was doing day game with, and it was my first month of doing day game, and I think his first month too. So when we were walking down the streets, we were just talking about day game, talking about theory, even like talking about our lives. And before we even knew it, half an hour passed away and we didn't do any set.
Just weaseling around.
Yeah, just whistling around, knowing that we should approach, but yeah, you're both there with the same passion and a passion that you like to talk about. So that's a huge, how do you say, like trap. It's a huge trap. Distraction and
Yes.
trap that you cannot fall into. You can talk a bit about theory because you're there with the same passion, but you should keep that to a minimum and maybe talk about the theory after you see each other in set, like after you give feedback or something, I guess. Yeah, what else would you say makes a good wing, or even makes a wing bad? But I guess that's the same because you can talk about both sides.
Yeah, well, one really important thing is that he has more going on than just day game in his life. So, he needs to have a sport, other friends than just day game friends,
Yeah.
a proper job, or still in school, but he needs to have his life sorted
But
out.
that counts for everyone who is doing game anyways.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. But
But your point is that you think it's important in your wing to feel like you're talking to a human and not like a day game robot or something.
Yes, and I also noticed that the guys who don't have their shit together, those guys usually are the weirdos, because they don't have any friends outside of game and they get stuck in
yeah,
the
they're like
internet.
totally obsessed or
Yeah,
something.
talking
Yeah.
about all the fucking theory instead of doing it and working on their value outside of game, and yeah, I think that's quite an issue with a lot of guys in the community.
Okay.
And also just have a brain. we saw this guy on the street. Like he said, he was out at it for 2 years.
Oh yeah, here in Warsaw.
Yeah, and he was still approaching from behind, and it was horrible. So if you don't have the brain capacity to see that what you're doing is wrong,
Yeah.
and to skip the self-reflection, then in my opinion, you don't even deserve it.
Yeah. You should have told him that you want to be his wing from now on.
No thanks.
Okay, that's very, very honest of you. But yeah, we saw a few other cool day gamers as well, right?
In Warsaw, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we met 2 guys from UK that live here now. One was nice and one was a bit of a dick, honestly.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And then we met somebody from Ireland.
He was a cool guy.
He was really cool.
And he
guy.
actually told us, like, if you're here again or if I'm here again, we can meet up again and we can do some wing day game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, I don't really remember how old he was, but in his end 30s,
39.
like 39, yeah. So we haven't seen him in set, but I'm gonna assume that he's quite good.
He came across like a decent day gamer, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we saw this weird guy and 2 other guys as well. They were friends of the British guys. They were looking at me when I was walking past with a girl. They were looking at me like, get the fuck out of my territory.
Yeah.
Well,
Totally.
it sucks to be them.
Okay, well, to end this podcast, maybe some kind of conclusion. Would you say
This fast? We're only 20 minutes in.
No. We're gonna get to 25, I think.
Right.
It's gonna be good.
Just keep
good.
on talking crap.
Yeah. Talk about your personal preferences, right? Like, if
in what?
In the thing about either solo or wing day game.
Well, to be honest, I think I'm relying too much on the wing at this moment, and I need to step it up. I need to be able to go out solo more. So that's something I will definitely do.
Do you think that here in Warsaw we should have maybe split up more?
Maybe.
Because I think basically we've done quite all our sessions together,
Yes.
maybe with a few...
Yeah, that would have been good, but I also think that we would be approaching the same girls. And
yeah, and that
we
happened.
had that once and it wasn't a good situation.
But maybe by splitting up, I mean like doing like a really different setting, not splitting up on the same street, but splitting up, because we could have done like Noviet Fiat, and then the other guy could have done like metro station or something.
Yeah, right. That would
Something like
that would be an idea.
Yeah. Oh my god, and it's day 9 now or something, and we came up with this idea right now. No, but for me personally, I'm still gonna go for solo day game. I think that's my personal preference. It's just really like Tom also says. I think Tom also prefers solo day game. Yeah, it's just.
But Tom is not the day game god.
No, maybe he's listening to this and
Yeah,
he's gonna be
well,
offended.
He might be.
But yeah, for me, it's just like the purest form of game, all out
Solo.
by yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
is
fucking love it.
like a hunt, like you're hunting,
Yeah.
which is
Alright.
good. Yeah, so solo is the way to go, but
Yes.
especially for beginners, having a good wing is only beneficial
Yeah.
to a certain amount.
Okay, so alright, we're gonna wrap up this podcast, but maybe a few more things to say. I'm gonna obviously put the link of your blog in my description.
Yes.
I'm guessing you're gonna put the link of my video in the description.
Yeah, I'll
This
put
video.
your YouTube channel
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
post.
thank you, man. It's very, very nice of you. And the next podcast is gonna be in a few days. We're gonna talk about how this little Eurojaunt has been, about our highlights, our lows, and also about our expectations before coming here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna make a conclusion about the city and day gaming in the city, and looking forward to that.
And maybe some talk about our plans for the future.
Yes, very good idea. it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because
So-
this was our first podcast, so was a little
Forgive
bit.
us if it's a
Yeah,
bit rusty.
It's a bit rusty also
It was
because
the
I'm.
first set of the day.
Yeah, and I'm still at this point even very very sleepy. So I fucked up my words a few times with the Daygame thing, but it's okay. It's all good. All right. See you next time, guys. Peace out.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye bye.